welcome to today's MNA orientation webinar. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are in the right place, and we do have a lot to cover, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's webinar is really meant to give you an overview of the MNA member benefits that are available to you. So if you're logging on as a new member, thank you so much for being with us today. If you are maybe logging on and you haven't joined in the membership yet but are interested, you're in the right place too. It's a great way to understand what's available to you. We will be going quickly through the information. Just know that the webinar is being recorded, and that will be available to you at the end in order to, if you need to reference back to something that you may not have remembered, you don't need to be furiously writing notes and such. We're always here to help, and my hope is that you get enough of a sense of what's available to you so that you have, you know, that in the back of your mind when in a few months you're trying to do something and you think, oh yeah, I remember MNA could help me with that, that you'll know to get back in touch with us and we can help you through various processes. So that is the goal for today's webinar. Also know that we can answer questions throughout the webinar. My colleague Mario is here today, so feel free to use the chat box or question function. We'll do our best to answer those. If they're a little bit more in-depth questions, we'll probably tackle them at the end of the webinar. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, welcome to MNA. We were incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 1,000 member organizations throughout the state. We do that through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy, all three areas which you will learn more about on today's webinar. So I have yet to introduce myself. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the Engagement Director. That's my picture there in the middle. On the left is Bill Gesselman. He's our Strategic Growth Officer and another member of our Stakeholder Engagement team. And as I mentioned, Mario's here today, and he is our Program Coordinator and Customer Relations Specialist. And if you call the main line, you'll get Mario.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here.
So that is just a few members of our team. Another member of our team is my colleague, Joan Gustafson. She's our External Affairs Officer. She works on Michigan Nonprofit Association's public policy and advocacy initiatives. We look at issues that affect the whole nonprofit sector throughout the state of Michigan, so things like tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaboration. One of the things that we're doing a lot of work on right now is Census 2020. It's imperative that Michigan gets a full and complete count in the Census 2020. That count that happens affects both our representation as well as financial resources that come into the state and the populations that are generally hard to count, such as young children, elderly people, people of color, low-income residents. They are often populations that are very well served by nonprofits, and so MNA has taken on this campaign to help Michigan get that complete count in 2020. So you will be hearing more from us and how you can help as a local nonprofit to mobilize people in your community to fill out and complete the census in the next few years. So just FYI that MNA is working on that. We've got a lot of information available for it. I can show you where to find some of that today. But we're excited to be a part of that campaign, and it is going to be a large initiative for us. So now we're going to go ahead and go over to the Michigan Nonprofit Association website, which is where we will really start showing you some of the benefits that are available. My hope is that you've seen our website before and that it's not brand new to you. But as you can see right here, we're on the front page. Our first thing at on the homepage right now is Be Counted Michigan 2020, what I was just mentioning about the census work that we're doing. So anyway, the first thing you want to do when you come to the member page Michigan Nonprofit Association page is go to member login on the upper right-hand corner. If you're a new member, your primary and secondary contact that were identified in your organization has received a username and password. If they have not, they can certainly use their forgot username or forgot password links down here. All you need to know to use either of those links is the email address that is associated with the account. When you click on one of those, you will receive a temporary login link to your email address. You do sometimes have to check your spam or junk folder, as those messages have a tendency to end up there. Also below that are some further brief videos that you can watch that will help you with any other challenges or troubleshooting password login issues. As always, if you're still having issues, you certainly can reach out to us and we can help you troubleshoot getting access to your online account. And you definitely want access to your online account because that's where you access most of your benefits. As you can see, once I've logged in, I'm presented with this member dashboard. All of these things down here in the center in the chart are your member benefits, which is where we're going to look today. I want to point out a couple other things on the member dashboard that are very helpful to you over here on the left. First is membership details. This is where you can see your organization information, so you can update that, say if you were to move or change your mission statement. Scroll down, you can also see your organization contacts. This shows you who has access to your online account. The MNA membership does include all of your organization, so you can decide whether you want to share your login information with various staff or set them up with their own account. And here you can do that. You can assign permissions as well as edit or delete those folks. Below that is where you would renew your membership. You can do that right online here. It will show you when the payment is due and the amount of that, and most of the times the status will say pay now here. So that is all the information you can access and edit as you need to on the membership details page. Another great link here to know about is the MNA member discount code. Pretty much any time we offer programs, services, and events, we will offer a member and non-member rate. In order to get your discounted member rate, you do need to put in a discount code, and this page lists all of them. So you can see on our comp and benefits report, here's the member discount code, gets you $80 off, and then you can click here to purchase it. So just know that that information is there as well. Also, the link here that says Edit Login Profile, that is your own contact information as well as username and password. I can come in here and change my password if I want. I would encourage you to change it to something that you're going to remember easily. And then when you think about logging into MNA, you don't have that added barrier of having to look up your password. So you can see over here lots of other quick links, and you can get to a lot of different places on our website. What I'm going to go ahead and do is start over here on the right side of the website and just show you some highlights of where you can find information on the MNA website. First is under Who We Are, and I'm going to click Staff and show you that all of our staff is listed, including contact information like email and phone numbers. Feel free to reach out to someone directly. That's actually what I would recommend. And if they're not the person that can help you, they will certainly forward your message along to someone that is. So you can check out all the MNA staff there. Also under the Who We Are tab is Get Connected. This is where you can sign up for various ways to follow MNA and get all of the information that we are sharing with folks. We are on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So if that's how your preferred method of information gathering is, please follow us on one of those social media sites. You can also sign up for our e-newsletters. So you can see we have 3 available. Our My Nonprofit News is our most general e-newsletter, and it comes out every other Friday morning. And again, if you're a primary or secondary person on the account, you should be starting to get these e-newsletters automatically, but anyone can sign up for those. Our public policy action alerts are actually only sent when there are action items that we'd like you to pay attention to in the areas of public policy and advocacy that affect nonprofits. We also have our Michigan Nonprofit Job Center email, which goes out every Friday morning, and you'll hear more about that today when Mario talks with us about the Job Center. So now I'm going to scroll over and turn it over to Mario to tell a little bit about the MNA Tech Services.
Thanks, Sarah. One of the ways MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through our technology services. The team at MNA Tech is very knowledgeable and personable. If you're the accidental techie at your office and maybe you don't want to continue being that sole resource, or there's a need for something tech-related, please consider reaching out to MNA Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing servers, and various other technology-related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached via a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. More details about MNA Tech can be found under the Technology Services tab on our homepage. Now, I'm going to pass it back to Sarah to review our civic engagement and all the wonderful things we do with that.
Thanks, Mario. As I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, civic and community engagement is one area that MNA works in. As you can see, the listed up here at the top is our Census 2020 work. There is actually an additional website, becountedmi2020.com, that you can go for all of your census information, but that is a big initiative right now for us in the civic and community engagement space. We also, under this work, we do run a statewide Americorps program with Americorps Vista volunteers. We focus on college access and success as well as workforce development. We usually have a cohort of about 32 Vistas throughout the state of Michigan that help and serve at various nonprofits throughout the state. We will be going into our host site recruitment period right after the new year. So if your nonprofit organization is interested on what an Americorps Vista can do and help within your organization, definitely contact my colleague Maggie. She'd be interested in talking with you. So a lot's happening in civic and community engagement. Now over to the next tab to the left, I'm under Research and Publications. So some of the publications that are available to you and great resources that MNA has. The first is the Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is my favorite resource to talk about because it's just so practical and really great for nonprofit leaders. It is a manual, meaning it's about 600 pages long. It's not something that you read cover to cover, but it has a really great table of contents and index that makes things easy to use, and it makes answers easy to find. And it includes lots of different topics such as human resources, evaluation, governance, fund development, reporting, et cetera, and it's just a really great tool. I encourage everyone to take a look at that. As a member, you receive a discounted price of $75. I always tell people if you call me, it's the first thing I take off my shelf to look for any answers, and more times than not, there's something useful in there. It's also written by industry professionals, so it's easy to understand in the type of language that they use. Below that is our Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. The one that is available right now is from 2017-18. We do this publication every 2 years. We will be debuting a new version of this report in January 2019. What it is we ask the nonprofit sector to fill out a survey. We usually have about 350 responses on that. Then what we do is we turn around and compile that information into lots of helpful charts and tables into this compensation and benefits report. What you are left with is a report that has about 74 different positions in it, and they report out on trends in how much they're paying employees, what kind of benefits are offered, etc. So for instance, if you're a nonprofit organization in the Southeast Michigan area and you're doing health and human services and you want to hire a development director, you can look at that chart and see what other people that fit that same criteria are offering their employees. It can help you make really competitive compensation and benefit package offerings and ultimately help your organization recruit the best talent. So check that out. Also keep in mind that a new one is debuted in January. We also have this Introduction to Working in Michigan's Nonprofit Sector, a great, easy to use and easy to read resource for anyone that might be interested in getting into the sector, and available for a very low price. Let's scroll down a little bit. There's lots of free resources here that you're welcome to come back and look at. One other member benefit is the MNA Links magazine. You'll start receiving this in your mailbox. It is a quarterly publication, and so the next one will likely be out in early 2019. But it's an industry-specific magazine that comes out with lots of interesting articles and best practices. Also, if I scroll under that, we do have here Nonprofit Advocacy, a Michigan primer. And this is like Nonprofit Advocacy 101. If you're interested in what your organization can do or can't do, this is a really helpful tool. As well as the one below it, Helping Michigan Citizens Give Wisely. This is something that we start to engage with and promote around this time of year since so much charitable giving happens. But it's just a publication that we did in partnership with the Michigan Attorney General's office regarding, being smart about your giving and making sure that individuals are giving to reputable organizations. So that's some of the stuff that's available for you in research publications. We also have our Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity Assessment, which is an assessment that helps your organization determine how they're doing in the areas of diversity, inclusion, and equity. There is a lot of information if you click on this link, so I'm not going to go into that all today, but know that it's a resource that MNA has available to you. We also have the Economic Benefits of Michigan's Nonprofit Sector. This is a cool, free, downloadable PDF report, as well as has some really cool interactive charts that are housed on our website that you can actually find all the way down to the county level what the economic impact is of nonprofits in your local community. It's a very interesting data set as well as ways to visualize it, and is a great tool if you're ever going to meet with elected officials to just show them how much nonprofits bring to their community. So as I mentioned, one of the ways that we serve the sector is through public policy and advocacy. If you click on this tab, you can get lots of information about our initiatives there. If you click on that first, okay, not here, but underneath that, if you click on Michigan Nonprofit Caucus, this is really cool. We help to manage the Nonprofit Caucus at the state of Michigan. It's bipartisan and bicameral, meaning it includes both Democrats and Republicans from the House and the Senate. You can see the members there, and some of that I know will be evolving here as we get the new legislators on board. If you scroll down there, you can also see the 2017-18 legislative agenda and the certain topic areas that MNA is really paying attention to. The other thing that I'll mention very quickly is the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council. If you're in Southeast Michigan, you're invited to attend those meetings. They work on policy issues that specifically affect that region. And so that is a member benefit to you to be involved in those meetings, and definitely something you should check out if you're interested. All right, now I am going to turn it over to Mario again to tell us a little bit about the Nonprofit Job Center.
Thanks again, Sarah. Now, under the Membership tab, you'll find the Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our most frequently used resources. There are a few different ways that you yourself can interact with the Job Center. One way is browsing the current opportunities that are available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on current job postings. You can even sort these options by category and narrow it down to the desired search parameters that you are looking for. It is also great for a nonprofit leader who is looking to hire someone in Michigan. Just click on the submission form, and you, under the Job Center tab, to complete the job posting. The rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for MNA members and $165 for non-members with a logo included. We strongly encourage you or your opportunities to post with our Job Center. Another way you can engage in the Job Center is by getting signed up for our weekly email blast that goes out every Friday morning with the most current postings submitted to MNA. It is a great resource to stay up to date on positions available if you're a job seeker, and you can sign up for that e-newsletter by clicking on the Get Connected button under the Who We Are tab and subscribing to the e-newsletter. Our email blast reaches over 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets around 18,000 page views a month, which is a great way to market your opportunities to our online audience. Now I will certainly hand it back off to Sarah once again to talk more about your wonderful MNA benefits.
Thanks, Mario. So if you go under the Membership tab and Nonprofit Resources, this is where all of your benefits live, and you can see they're shown here in this pretty little chart. At the top, we have a featured benefit. Right now it's the Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. We already talked about that, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. But down below that is free access to Grantstation. Grantstation is one of your largest M&A benefits, so I highly encourage you to check it out and see what you can do and how you might utilize this within your organization. So in order to get that free access, you do have to come through MNA's website, and be logged into our website. You'll know you've done that correctly when you look up here at the top and it says Welcome Michigan Nonprofit Association. So Grantstation is an online grants database of current grant opportunities. It's a really great way to find new grant opportunities for your organization. What they have here under this Find Grant Makers tab is several different searchable databases. I'm going to click on the U.S. Charitable Database to just kind of give you an idea of the information that is available here. Over on the right side, they give you an opportunity to select your search parameters. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Michigan, scroll down from there, and I'm going to choose an area of interest. I think I will do community development. There are a lot of opportunities here to narrow your search results, so please just know that you can get very, very specific. I'm going to also choose a type of support. I'm going to say that I want general operating support. As you can see, it's updating in real time. That's why it looks a little bit weird on the screen as it updates from these search criteria. But as you can see, I've put in all these search criteria, and I've come up with 47 results. Now here you can see all the foundations listed. Well, this is not just all you get. You can then click on the foundation name and see more about each one of those foundations. So right now I've picked the Frank Anderson Foundation. I can see what types of things they fund, what types of support they give. Over here, geographic focus, okay, Bay and Saginaw counties. You can see contact information as well as how much they give annually, etc., etc. A really powerful tool for you to find new grant makers. So definitely check out Grantstation. The other thing that I will point out is that Grantstation offers a lot of great just free resources, whether it's about writing your proposal or building a strategy around grant seeking, and those are all available to you to just read through and learn from. So definitely check out Grantstation. It has a lot of great information, as well as learning resources that are available to you. You can also receive a 15% discount on the Foundation Center Online, which is also a grants database, so you can check that out if you're interested. Underneath that is Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits. This is actually a video series done by one of our other state associations out in Washington State, and it's nonprofit finance, really the basics, and it's put together with an improv actor as well as a CPA, so it's really great information as well as kind of an entertaining way to watch it. They're short web videos, and I encourage people to use it if you're maybe onboarding a new board member or staff member and you want them to at least understand the basics there. If you're looking for credit card processing discounts, check out Card Connect. Also, if you scroll down here, you'll see our next section is free and discounted education. MNA always has an events calendar on our website. You can access it through the front page of the website or from this link here. You can see the various events that are available. If you ever see an event with a little orange icon that looks like a person, that will indicate that there is a member rate available for that event. So as we mentioned, we are recording today's webinar. That will be put in this recorded webinar archive with all of our other opportunities for you. As you can see, we have one that we still are selling, but there are a lot of free recordings here, and you can definitely check those out as at your leisure to learn more from. We already talked about the diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. Another great opportunity for you and or your staff, remember benefits are available to all of your staff in your organization, is MindEdge, which is an online learning community. As an MNA member, you receive a 10% discount, and you can see they offer courses in lots of different topics such as fundraising, grant writing, nonprofit management. Most of their courses are really affordable. So I would encourage you to check out MindEdge and maybe consider offering that to your staff. It's a really great way to have professional development opportunities. We also have a document library. We have everything in here from documents on communications. We do have a large volunteer management series that's available to you, fundraising, governance, etc. So check that out. And you can pull down information that might be relevant to you there. We also work with All Campus to offer higher education discounts, so you can check that one out. And this Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice is a publication that our counterparts at Independent Sector, another great national nonprofit organization, has put together. It's available for free download, so if you're interested in learning more about principles that you should have in your organization, you can check that out as well. As you can see from the next section in our chart, we've partnered with some of the largest educational institutions throughout the state of Michigan. University of Michigan Dearborn provides a provides 20% tuition discount. Oakland University provides a 25% discount on their nonprofit management certificate. And we partner with Michigan State University to offer a discount on their executive MBA program. Excuse me, not a discount. There's a scholarship available for the executive MBA program, which will likely be promoted in the first quarter of 2019 again as well. So if you're interested in any of those opportunities, great way to check out and make sure that you're utilizing all of your M&A benefits. We also just launched a tuition discount with Davenport University at 20% off, as well as we have an opportunity with New Horizons. They do computer learning courses, and M&A members can receive a 10 to 20% discount which is a great opportunity as well. I do see that we're right up along the time here. I probably have about 5 to 7 more minutes. I apologize for going a little bit long today. If you can stay on the phone, that's great. If not, you now know where there's a recording of this webinar, so you can check that out. Another great opportunity for an organization, if you're in a little bit larger group for nonprofits, is Nonstop Wellness. This is a way to do self-funded employee health care. It is for organizations that have 50 or more employees that use their benefits, but it's a pretty unique program. So if you fit the bill for that, you can check out the more information here and reach out to us or reach out directly to Nonstop Wellness to learn more. We already talked about the Job Center and Compensation and Benefits Report, so I'm going to keep on scrolling here. And Constellation Hr is another great benefit available to you. If you're someone who needs to track a lot of employees' progress, as well as maybe do a lot of performance evaluations and things like that, Constellation Hr is a performance and compensation management system and can be very helpful to you in that endeavor. You would receive a 10% discount as an MNA member. Down here, there's 3 links at the bottom that actually link to informational webinars that were done on this unique benefit. And they're very interesting. I've listened to all 3 of them, and I'd encourage you to take a look there if you're just interested in learning more about the system, but also more about HR and compensation management in general. We also offer discounts through verified volunteers for discounted background check services. MNA members receive 20% discount on this service. It's unique because it allows you to share your background checks with other community organizations. So if you have a volunteer and they volunteer with Girl Scouts as well as the local hospital, and both organizations take on or allow verified volunteers background checks, then that can be shared among those organizations, ultimately saving the organization's money as well as saving the volunteer time. So that's there's additional information on that page about verified volunteers, as well as a couple of the webinars available for that. If you're in the need for director and officer liability insurance quotes, you can check out Lyman and Sheets and get a quote there. We already talked a little bit about technology and with MNA Tech, and then also know that you have access to N10, which is the Nonprofit Technology Network. They offer some great benefits such as money off their conferences. They have specific nonprofit tech job postings, as well as some great webinar and learning opportunities. So you would receive a free year's worth of membership with N10. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mario to tell us a little bit more about other opportunities for you to make connections through MNA.
Thanks, Sarah. As we covered, MNA offers 3 types of membership: nonprofit, business, or consultant, and career development. Because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of your featured MNA benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Please note that we still strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence when hiring or contracting any of the businesses or consultants found through this search. And as you can see, we've got plenty to search through, so please feel free to review those at your convenience. Additionally, much like the great business marketplace tool, the nonprofit member directory also collects the information for organizations that are statewide within our network. Through this resource, you can make additional connections and potentially collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. And as you can see from the screen, it also allows you to search via organization, the county in which they serve, and the type of organization that they are. If you are a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our businesses or business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature can be a lucrative resource for making more connections within MNA. Just complete the short form and your submission will be distributed to a magnitude of businesses or consultant members who have identified their services in the area of which you've identified your inquiry. As you can see here, it's a very cool tool and it's a great resource to use. Additionally, this document this document resource opens into a new tab and provides contact information for some of our most trusted partners and resources. As you can see here, it's trying to make you save it, but it's supposed to be opening a new tab. From there, can be a great resource and reference point for some state and national organizations, some of which include the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs. It also includes their contact information as well as the physical address for some of them. This is a helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions in the nonprofit sector. Another great resource. As well, you can always advertise or sponsor specific opportunities within MNA. We do have a considerable statewide following as well as a growing online presence, so advertising with us is a great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, programming, or general opportunities. You can always find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the Advertising and Sponsorship Opportunities page on the website, which is underneath the Membership tab. or additional information found in your member dashboard section after logging in. And lastly, but certainly not least, for membership, the membership piece, let me go ahead and click on that. Another great connecting tool is the Capacity Building Center Network, which is a database of information that provides more details about the 11 organizations or centers around Michigan that provide local capacity building services to other nonprofits. Through this collaboration, the Michigan nonprofit sector continues to grow healthier and stronger while helping organizations better serve their clients and achieve their mission. You can see lots of great information for you to connect with if there's any opportunities in your region. We certainly encourage that. Now we'll hand it off back to Sarah for us to just finish this up, and we do appreciate your time with us.
Thanks so much, everyone, for participating today and for joining on as members of MNA. Again, keep in mind that we're always here now that you know where to find us and what some of your benefits are. We certainly hope you take full advantage of them. I wish everyone a great day and a happy holiday season. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Yes, take care.